What's good, sports fans? This is your guy, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports Philly, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Howie Roseman has decided to commit to Jalen Hurts as his starting quarterback for the 2022 season. Now, I know when we all saw the press conference, it was one of those things that made us question the sincerity of Howie Roseman. We all know Howie Roseman is a well-known wheeler and dealer. He's not afraid to pull the trigger on any sort of trade, especially if it's supposed to make the team better. But I think it's imperative for this organization to show stability in this situation. He could have easily came out and said, we're still evaluating, so on and so forth. But I felt like it showed stability. It showed some high character on Howie Roseman's part. Now, I'm not saying that he won't potentially think about making a move for a guy like Russell Wilson or making a move for a guy like Deshaun Watson, right? But it's imperative for this organization to display some level of stability, especially when you're trying to attract other free agents. Now, as it pertains to Jalen Hurts specifically, I think it's really important for Jalen Hurts to be the starter coming into next season. I think it's important for the Philadelphia Eagles not to jump the gun when it comes to making a move for a quarterback, be it free agency, be it through trade, or even be it through the draft. There's not a single quarterback through this upcoming NFL draft that I'm wild at. I'm not super mesmerized by guys like Corral out of Ole Miss. I'm not super enamored with guys like Kenny Pickett. I'm not really wowed by the quarterback out of Liberty. There's a bunch of quarterbacks that's supposed to come out that are supposed to be the guy, but there's no quarterback, in my opinion, that I'm willing to just hit the reset button for. And that's pretty much the thing that we have to evaluate as supporters of the Philadelphia Eagles. Is there a quarterback that we're willing to go all in on and hit the reset button for if we go through the draft? Now, if we go through free agency or through a trade, what quarterback do you think is worth you leveraging your draft capital for? And this is where we're talking about guys like Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson. Those guys are under contract with their respective organizations. And we have to just keep in mind that if we ever decide to go for one of those guys legitimately, we have to give up a lot. We probably have to give up our now and our future. The Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, have too many holes on defense and a few holes on offense that warrants high draft capital, that warrants a significant investment from your draft picks. So I don't think it's smart for us to just think that we can just bring in a quarterback to just save this organization, knowing that we have a lot of holes on defense. You can make an argument that if this defense was better, or if we had an impact player on each level of the defense, be it the DB room, the linebacker room, and in the D-line, you can make an argument that if we had an impact player on all three levels, this team could easily have won 11, 12 games instead of just winning 9. But overall, I was pleased with the season. I was pleased with what Jalen Hurts showed us. He didn't really show us too many positive things in that Buccaneers matchup in the playoffs, and I know a lot of people are going to hang that over his head. But I think it's important for us as Eagles supporters to just understand the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is this team is far from contention, and a quarterback won't save us. So we have Jalen Hurts on his rookie deal. We have Jalen Hurts for another 2 years. And we're only going to owe him about $3 to $4 million between those 2 years. So when you think about it from that perspective, we're going to have a lot of money to spend in the offseason. We have a lot of draft capital to reload the defense, bring some pieces in the offense, be patient with success. We can't skip steps in this process. So I think it was really important for Howie Roseman, really important for guys like Nick Sirianni to just commit to Jalen Hurts, show stability. Now again, things may change as we get closer to the draft. You never know. We have to be mindful of how much stock we put into Howie Roseman's words. He's shown us that he's very quick to change his mind. He's shown that he's a hop, skip, and a jump from making a move. And he's not afraid to pull the trigger. We saw what he did with Carson Wentz, and he gave that man $35 million a year. So what makes you think he won't do the same thing to Jalen Hurts if the opportunity arises, if it makes sense, right? So we just have to keep in mind how much stock we put into Howie Roseman's words. Now, Nick Sirianni, he strikes me as a straight shooter. But again, we have to be mindful of Howie Roseman. He's a known wheeler and dealer. And I know as Eagles supporters, we don't necessarily hold him in high regard because of the decisions he made in the past. But so far, Howie Roseman has positioned us in a pretty optimal position going forward. Now, how we move from this point is entirely up to him. And we have to be mindful. This man, yes, he's put us in a good position, but he's also quick to put us in a bad position. So, again, I'm not saying Howie Roseman's a genius. I'm also not saying he's terrible at his job. But let the evaluators do the evaluating. Let the scouts do their job, and we'll be fine in this upcoming draft. We have 3 first-round picks, the 15th overall, the 16th overall, and the 19th overall. Now, if you decide to trade or package those picks to move up in the draft to get a more talented defensive player, like a Thibodeau, that's fine. But I don't think it's smart for us to package those picks to try to get a quarterback. And we all know once things get closer to the draft, quarterback stocks start to go up. People start to become enamored with these guys, even though none of these guys appear to be trendsetters or none of these guys appear to be organizational, franchise-changing guys, in my opinion. But regardless, Jalen Hurts has been committed to for the 2022 season as the Eagles starter at the quarterback position. But be mindful, once again, you never know what Howie Roseman has up his sleeve. And you never know how the terrain may change when it comes to the quarterback market. And it's straight like that. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShills II from Chalk It Up Sports Philly, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charges to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.